Mike Tyson is 58 years old now. Iron Mike, the baddest man on the planet. And I'm not that guy anymore. That guy is gone. The destroyer. The monster. The 20-year-old who knocked out everyone. Youngest heavyweight champion ever. The guy who made grown men quit before the first bell. That was me. But that's not me now. Now I'm just Mike. Older, wiser, reflective. And I think about boxing differently. Not about destroying people, about the art, the history, the warriors who came before me. Because Custamato taught me something important. Cus said, "Mike, study the old fighters, learn from them, respect them. They paved the way." And I did. I studied every fighter Cus showed me, watched films for hours, and I learned. Not just technique, but spirit, warrior spirit. And some fighters meant more to me than others. Not because they were the best, because they were real. Authentic warriors, old school, no business, just fighting, pure fighting. And at 58, looking back at my life, my career, my mistakes, I want to tell you, these are the boxers Mike Tyson liked most. Not respected, liked, loved. The fighters who taught me what it means to be a warrior. This is my truth. Number 6, Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler is my number 6. Marvelous Marvin. Middleweight champion 1980 to 1987. And Marvin was special to me. Really special. Because Marvin reminded me of myself. Really reminded me. Not the style, the spirit. Marvin came from nothing. Brockton, Massachusetts. Poor, tough. And Marvin had to fight for everything. Really fight. Nobody gave Marvin nothing. Nobody. Marvin had to beat everyone twice just to get respect. And Marvin did. Really did. And Marvin never smiled. Never acted friendly. Never played the game. Marvin just fought. And Marvin had that look. That dead look. No emotion. Just violence waiting. And I understood that look. Really understood it. Because I had that look. When I was young. When I was destroying people. That's the look of someone who's been through hell. Real hell. And came out harder. Colder. Meaner. And I watched Marvin's fights obsessively. Really obsessively. The Tommy Hearns fight. April 15th, 1985. The war. 3 rounds of pure violence. And Marvin won. Walked through everything. And after that fight I thought, that's what a warrior is. Really is. Not pretty. Not technical. Just relentless. Refusing to lose. Willing to die in that ring. And Marvin fought until they robbed him. Really robbed him. The Leonard fight. 1987. Marvin won that fight. Everyone knows it. But the judges gave it to Leonard. And Marvin never got over it. Really, never. And I understood that too. Because boxing is corrupt. Really corrupt. Politics, money, business. And real warriors get screwed. Always get screwed. That's Marvin Hagler, my number 6. The warrior who showed me what cold determination looks like. Number 5, Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey is my number 5. The Manasseh Mauler. Heavyweight champion 1919 to 1926. And Jack was everything to me. Really everything. Because Cus showed me Jack first. When I was 13 years old. Troubled kid. Brooklyn. Stealing. Fighting. Angry. And Cus said, "Mike, watch this." And Cus showed me Jack Dempsey films. Black and white. Grainy. Old. And I watched Jack destroy Jess Willard. July 4th, 1919, Toledo. And Jack knocked Willard down 7 times. First round. 7 times. Broke Willard's jaw. Broke his ribs. Broke his face. Destroyed him. And I was mesmerized. Because Jack fought like I wanted to fight. Aggressive. Mean. No mercy. Walk through punches. Get inside. Destroy. And Jack was small for a heavyweight. 6'1", 187 pounds. Too small. But Jack didn't care. Jack just fought. And Jack had that killer instinct. Real killer instinct. Once Jack hurt you, Jack finished you. No hesitation, no mercy, just destruction. And I studied Jack obsessively, watched every film Cuss had, and I copied Jack. Really copied him. The aggression, the head movement, the body attack, the finishing instinct. Jack Dempsey made me want to be a fighter. Really want to be a fighter. That's Jack Dempsey, my number 5. The mauler who showed me what I could become. Number 4, Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran is my number 4. Hands of stone, manos de piedra. And Roberto was my idol. Really my idol. Because Roberto had something I wanted. That rage. Real rage. Roberto fought like he hated you. Like every fight was personal. And I understood that. Because I had that rage too. From Brooklyn. From the streets. From being nobody. And I wanted to channel that rage like Roberto. Into violence. Pure violence. And Roberto was perfect at it. Lightweight champion. Welterweight champion. Beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Made Leonard quit. And Roberto's style. Pressure. Get inside. Body shots. Break you down. And I studied Roberto obsessively. Every fight. The way Roberto walked to the ring. That look. That stare. The way Roberto looked at opponents. Like prey. And I copied that. My walk to the ring. My stare. My intimidation. That was Roberto Duran. And when Roberto fought Marvin Hagler 1983, even though Roberto lost, I watched Roberto give everything against a bigger man. And Roberto never quit, never backed down. And I thought, that's what I want to be. Fearless, relentless. That's Roberto Duran. My number 4. The fighter who taught me rage can be beautiful. Number 3, Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson is my number 3. The greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. That's not opinion. That's fact. Real fact. Cuss told me that. Said, Mike, if you want to understand boxing perfection, watch Sugar Ray Robinson. And I did. Really did. And Sugar Ray was different. Really different. Not like Dempsey. Not like Duran. Sugar Ray was art. Pure art. Movement. Footwork. Combinations. Speed. Power. Everything. And Sugar Ray had 175 wins. 175. Fought from 1940 to 1965. 25 years. And Sugar Ray was welterweight champion. Middleweight champion 5 times. 5 times. And Sugar Ray fought everyone. Anyone. Anywhere. And Sugar Ray never made excuses. Never complained. Just fought. And won. And I studied Sugar Ray differently. Really differently. Not for aggression. For technique. For perfection. The way Sugar Ray moved. Glided. Made fighters miss. Then countered. Perfect counters. And Sugar Ray had power. Real power. 109 knockouts. But elegant power. Beautiful power. Not crude like mine. Refined. And Cuss would say, Mike, you're a destroyer. But learn from Sugar Ray. Learn the art. The craft. Because power without skill is nothing. And I tried. Really tried. To be more like Sugar Ray. More technical. More refined. But I couldn't. Really couldn't. Because I was born to destroy. Not to dance. But I respected Sugar Ray. Really respected him. Because Sugar Ray was everything I wasn't. Everything I couldn't be. And that's beautiful. Really beautiful. That's Sugar Ray Robinson. My number 3. The artist who showed me boxing can be beautiful. Number 2, Joe Louis. Joe Louis is my number 2. The Brown Bomber. And Joe was my hero. Before I knew boxing. Before Cuss. Before everything. Because Joe Louis represented something. Dignity. Power. Excellence. Joe was heavyweight champion 1937 to 1949. 12 years. 25 title defenses. And Joe did it with class. In an era when black champions weren't supposed to exist. And Joe handled it perfectly. Professional, dignified, powerful, undeniable. And Cuss showed me Joe's fights. And I studied Joe's jab. The greatest jab ever. Fast, powerful, set up everything. And Joe was patient, systematic. Break you down. Jab, then boom. Power. Knockout. 69 knockouts. And Joe never talked trash. Never acted crazy. Just fought. Won. And I wanted to be like Joe. That professionalism. That dominance. That respect. But I couldn't. Because I was too wild. Too crazy. Too much rage. And I regret that. Because Joe showed me you can be a destroyer and still have dignity. Still be respected. And I threw that away. Prison. Ear bite. Bankruptcy. Chaos. Everything Joe wasn't. And at 58, I understand. Joe Louis was the model, the blueprint, and I failed to follow it. That's Joe Louis, my number 2. The hero I wanted to be but couldn't. Number 1, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is my number 1, the greatest. And this is complicated, because Ali represented everything I wasn't. Ali was beautiful, charismatic, loved, and I was ugly, scary, feared. Ali danced, I destroyed. Ali talked, I intimidated. But I loved Ali, not as a fighter, as a person, as a symbol. Because Ali stood for something, refused the draft, lost his title, came back, won again. Ali changed the world, and I just broke things. And when I was young, I thought I hated Ali. Thought Ali was all talk. But Cuss showed me Ali's fights. Ali versus Liston. Ali versus Foreman. Manila. And I saw something. Ali had courage. Real courage. Not physical. Mental. Emotional. The courage to be himself. To fight the world. To stand alone. And I never had that. I just had rage. And when I met Ali, later, when I was champion, Ali was kind to me. Said, "Mike, you're great. But be more than just great. Be good." And I didn't understand. But now I do. Ali was telling me, be more than a destroyer. Be a person. Be human. And I wasted my prime, destroying myself. And Ali watched, and Ali knew. Because Ali had lost everything. And Ali came back, and I couldn't. That's Muhammad Ali, my number 1. The fighter who taught me greatness isn't enough. You have to be good too. These 6 fighters taught me everything. Marvin taught me cold determination. Dempsey taught me aggression. Duran taught me rage. Sugar Ray taught me art. Joe Louis taught me dignity. And Ali taught me being great isn't enough. And at 58, I understand. Really understand. I was a great fighter. Maybe the greatest at my peak. But I wasn't good. And these fighters were both. Great and good. And that's why I love them. That's Mike Tyson at 58. Still learning. Still growing. Still trying to be more than just the monster I was.